G'day, I'm Jonathan. I just did the Heysen Trail, 53 days. So I'm just going to go through all my gear and let you know all the stuff that I learnt so you don't make the same mistakes, and hopefully you can pack right. So I'm just going to be real quick so I don't bore you, because I know this generation, you know, they're like just skip ad and go to the end. So I'm just going to be real quick. Okay, so this is what we're doing. So first I had a this backpack. It's a DEUTER AIRCONTACT 55, and what I'm wearing Jack Wolfskin UV shield flannel, Kathmandu merino thermal, Kathmandu XT Verso pants, Merrell Moab 2 shoes, Akeso Socks that I did every step of the way in them. One pair, one wash. And that was by accident, that wash anyway, but yeah, they lasted the whole trip. Got the GPS, GARMIN INREACH Mini. This was probably one of the best things I took on the trail. Just peace of mind for my parents, my family, friends. Preset messages, you just have 3. And then basically you just send them for free, like on any plan. You can send as many preset messages as you want for free, and they just go send it to everyone. Say I had 3, had reached my destination, woohoo. What was the other one I had? Reach my destination, SOS, help, which I never used, and just checking in I'm okay. So they're the 3 I used. So yeah, really good. Battery life is amazing. I basically just turned it on when I needed to use it and then turned it back off. And then you can send other messages for, I think it's like 20 cents or something, whatever. You can do tracking. I never use tracking. It just kills the battery. You don't need it. The SOS feature there, you just basically take that off and press that button in there, and you hold it in for like 20 seconds or something, but I never used it. Knock on wood, I won't never have to use it. I had a Suunto clipper compass, basically, and I just cable tied it to this, so I didn't have to use the compass feature on the GPS. So it was just basically bang, oh, I'm lost, and then put it back. Goes in the dark. Really super duper handy. Just give it a tap to make sure you're going the right direction, because sometimes if it's held like that, which I had most of the time, when you take it up, it sort of has to kick into gear a little bit, but just one tap and Bob's your uncle. On my pack I got these 2 carabiners on eBay. Here's the other one. Oh, it's got stuck in there. These 2 carabiners on eBay, they're just S carabiners. Really, really helpful. Basically, so I always had GPS on this side, pocket knife on this side. So this pocket knife's a Swiss Army knife Explorer, I think. The reason I got the Explorer, I think it's Explorer, is it's got a proper Phillips head screwdriver. Like that, not the other one, you know how the other one that has the screwdriver like that. You feel like a bit of a waiter trying to screw something on. So there were a few trail markers that were loose or had fallen off, so I just found the screw and screwed it back in to help the next guy out. So basically that was pretty much, and the scissors. The scissors were the #1 thing I used on this. Also, if you're lost, you can, I even tried it out with my brother. I said, Justin, hey, can you see my, hang on, what's this one? Can you see my flash or whatever? And he'd go, oh yeah, there it is. So if you're lost, that's a good little tip. But yeah, great, must have. Camelback. Oh, my underpants, they were Kathmandu dry fit something or other. I had 4 pairs. At one point, I think I wore 1 pair. How many days did I wear? I think it was 4 or 5 days straight, and then I got a bit of a chafe. So I don't recommend wearing underpants for that long. Try to change them every day, every couple of days. Otherwise, the salt and all your funny bits build up, and then it becomes like sandpaper on sunburn. And it wasn't pretty that day, I tell you that much. It really hurt. Luckily, I had some not betadine, what was the other one? Bepanthen. But anyway, so yeah, they're the stuff on my pack. So how to pack the pack. So this was my first multi-day hike, so I'm not an expert, so you can grill me with your comments or whatever, but like this is just, I'm just no filter, this is what I did. You don't have to do exactly the same. So all you know, Everest hikers out there going, oh no, you did it wrong, rah. This is how I did it, all right? So relax. So my carabiner, basically, that I had for the GPS, I took that off and used it for this cup, enamel cup. That's a must-have. This survived the whole 53-day ordeal. As you can see, it looks like it's been through probably both world wars, but it lasted, mate. $8, saved on JETBOILs. Put it in the fire, have tea, chuck your HYDRALITEs in. Oh, that's another thing. HYDRALITEs, always have HYDRALITE. We have the sachets here. I use the ones in the tube, the little, what do you call it? It's little, what are they, tablets? I usually used about 4 to 6 a day, and it's saved on water consumption, because just say you have to carry X amount of water. With HYDRALITE, you don't have to drink as much. I found I didn't have to drink as much, or I wasn't as thirsty, and I felt energized. I just really didn't feel thirsty, like with the right amount of HYDRALITE. Don't have too much because it is a little bit salty. Obviously it's electrolyte. But yeah, mate, it is a must-have, especially after a hard day. You can heat it up. I know this is weird, but you can actually have it with hot water. It turns into like a Rooibos sort of, that, you know, that fancy drink those cafe dwellers have. It's nice. But yeah, definite HYDRALITE, definite enamel cup. Stuff I threw out, I sent back home. This 2-set Cedar Summit thing, whatever, comes with X set. So it came with like this funky bowl, cup. It's never used. This bowl, I used it once, and I was like, but with the dehydrated meals, you can just basically eat it out of the packet. Extra weight. Rambo knife, don't ask. What else did I throw out? Oh, waterproof bag to keep my maps in. I thought it was a great idea, like awesome. But the maps that the trail I did, which was a Heysen Trail, they are so durable. They didn't need any packaging, and I always just rolled them up. I always had the day map in my left pocket. Left pocket always. So this became redundant, so I just didn't need that. And basically just, yeah, put it out, get my map out. Oh, I'm lost. Put it back in, and Bob's your uncle. So that's it. That's the stuff I pretty much threw out. Okay, what other stuff do I have in my bag? Water canteen. Got this from ADVENTURECO in Oatley. Really good shop. Go see Andrew, he's a legend. Basically, this, I thought initially this was so heavy, but it really is worth the weight. Like it kept the water cold, and there's nothing better than having cold water in the middle of the day when it's super hot. Because if you use what did I have? The BEFREE, it tends to act, the water just gets warm, even though it's still water, like you can't complain. But this actually, it's a colder water, and it has a good mouth feel on your lips. You can have hot water, cold water, and also you can chuck HYDRALITEs in there, put them in fill it up, put your HYDRALITEs in. Bob's your uncle, put it in your pack, and then you've got HYDRALITE, because you can't put HYDRALITE in this because then the filter takes it out. So that was good. I always had that on one side of the pocket, along with my HELINOX chair. Now you're probably thinking, why is he carrying a bloody chair? He's going on a hike. You know, he's a bit of a la-di-da, fancy smancy. But actually, after a big day, there's nothing better than sitting down. Not on a cold log or a mossy rock. You want a proper chair. So I'll quickly take it out 1 second. It's super easy. So basically just chuck it out, da-da-da-da. Give it a bit of a wobble, like that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Da-da-da. Da-da-da. Stick that in. Da-da-da-da. Like that. That's your framework. And then all you do is you get your thingamabob. Has this way up, which is there. You just go 1, 2, Now you can take this to the cricket, see your mates play, take it to the beach, and look at that, you got a chair, bingo, bango, bongo, sit down, there you go, have your HYDRALITE, happy days. Now, BEFREE. This was, I reckon, the best thing I ever brought onto the trail. It saved me heaps of times in times where the water was scarce, it was gross, it was dirty, it was just, yeah, nasty. And I was thirsty, man. So it basically instantly turned gross water into drinkable water. All you have to do is basically scoop up the water, screw that on, and drink. That's it. There's no pumping, none of that. To demonstrate, I got one I prepared earlier. So I'll bring this over. So this is the type of water you might encounter on the trail. Like it's a bit, I don't know if you can see that. It's a bit dirty, bit yuck. So what you got to do when you're thirsty, you just get in there. Usually it could be an animal trough, a stream, not salt water. I did that once in a lake and I was like, oh, this is salty, and that was a bit of a mistake. So as you can see, it's like a bit brown. And just screw it on, give it a thing, and you can see, look, comes out perfectly clear. That's fine. Look at that. So that is a must-have. Do it again. Yeah, look. That. And then you can put that in your pack. Usually I drank it heaps and then put it back in my left cargo pocket. Must have. So BEFREE 600 ml. I think Justin had the, who's recording? Hey Justin, he had the 1 litre, which is good. Like it's 400 ml difference. But I found the 600 ml just a bit more compact, easier to store. But that's just me. The only drawback I'd have to say, which was it's susceptible to pricking. If you like next to barbed wire, you keep something in your pocket that's a little bit sharp, it could puncture this membrane, but I never had that problem. And mate, 10 out of 10, good stuff. All right, moving on. Don't need that no more. Okay, hopefully I'm going fast enough for you people. Okay, what else did I have in my pack? So I'll take it out. Book, always had a book, whatever, as I like die. Always have your charging cable for your phone and a charging socket handy, because if you walk into a cafe or like a town, they might have a power point right next to you, and power is really valuable when you're hiking. So, you know, just have it there, accessible, have your phone accessible, have your coffee, bingo, bango, maybe a 20-minute charge, and that's so worthwhile on the trail, because every little bit helps. So, and instead of delving through all your pack, opening your zip locks to get one cable, it's not worth it. Just have it accessible along with a little power bank. This is a 6,000 milliamp walk and talk I got from some shop in, where was it? There was a petrol station at Greenock, between Tanunda, Kapunda, around the wine region, whatever. But it was just like a spur of the moment purchase, but it really, it's not that bad. I had 3 power banks at the end. I had this one, 6,000. I had a I had a 10,000 Signet, 10,000 milliamp Signet, and a Anchor 10,000 milliamp, which were all great. I think the Anchor was the best one, although Justin had a 20,000 milliamp, which sort of carked it. The buttons just stopped work. They just, the blue buttons kept flashing, and he got a new one. But anyway, I think Anchor and Signet, they were both pretty good. And this one is tops as well. So always have, don't just bring one power bank, because if that kicks the bucket, you're screwed. So always bring more than one. Okay, trekking pole. So as you can see with the bag, they got the trekking pole little attachment there. These are brand new. They got replaced because they didn't basically last the trail. They got a bit trashed, and I went to Kathmandu, go, hey mate, these got trashed. They didn't really last because the the little metal tips fell off. Although they did copper hiding though, like I must admit. But these, I would definitely use these all the time. They're Heysen compacts, basically. Bloody blah, you just take them out, screw, and then you got your trekking pole. I always have two. I had one initially. It was like riding a bike with one pedal. Always get two, makes a huge difference. And if you get these are really a bit tough to put on, but I'll show you how to do it. You basically, where'd it go? Oh, here. So to get these on, see, you can't, that's bloody tough. So you just put a bit of spit on it and it's in. So that's it. Really good poles. Always have a 90 degrees. You can shorten them to go up the hill, lengthen them to go down the hills. And definitely a must-have for long hikes. So they're Heysen, get them at Kathmandu. I think they're, what, 80 bucks each? Yep. Also had a dry bag, 1 litre. I ended up using it for my jacket. It just fit and just clipped it in. Instead of having my jacket in my other dry bag full of my clothes, when I just wanted my jacket, I didn't want to take my whole dry bag out, delve in again, so I just had it separate. Really good. You could also use it for your electronics. Cedar Summit. Ultra Seal, yeah. So you can use that for your electronics as well. But for my electronics, I basically just used, so I kept everything usually in the same spot. So we used to have top, bottom, main, bottom, sides. That's how we sort of compartmentized our bag. So if we needed to get something, hey, Justin, get me my toilet paper from the top bottom. He's like, oh, right, no worries, blah, blah. Anyway, that was another story. So toiletries, don't use one of those airplane things you get with the leather and they're really heavy, which I used and I just threw it away. This is dumb. It took up too much space. And I found this actually under a tent platform at one of the campsites. Just the bag, not everything inside it. Wooden toothbrush, comb, never used. Chapstick, toiletries, toothpaste, a lighter, Q-tips, little Cho torch. That was basically my toiletries, really. So that's all that in there. Gloves, general purpose. So basically, they're just like worksite gloves, and I just cut the tips off there and there, so it gives you a better feel. You can use your phone, whatever. Really good. For collecting firewood, don't cut your hands up. Always use gloves. What else did I have? Oh, my power gear. So it was all in, whoops, all in a Ziploc bag. Is that annoying? Oh, Ziploc bag. So had the 5-way anchor, USB, so you can have 1 power point, 5 outputs, happy days. That's a Signet. And then another 10,000 milliamp. Always have more than 1 power bank for big trips. What else I got in here? Oh, toilet paper, always have toilet paper. Tea, always have tea. Cable ties. Earplugs, always have earplugs, because if your mate snores or if you get into a cut and old mate snores, or even like animal noises annoy you, we just want an uninterrupted sleep. You never know, so always bring earplugs. Help me out. Write your name on your bag in case you lose it. I know, you know, whatever. Top, your stuff you really need in a hurry. First aid kit, always have a first aid kit. This is a ultralight watertight. I think I got from Paddy Palin. It's like 50 bucks. Rain pants. I didn't have these for the first 2 weeks and I got absolutely soaked. Like these pants, they say they're water repellent. Mate, it's like wearing jeans. They just got totally soaked, drenched, saturated, and so I ordered these straight away. These are Outdoor Research heliums. I got a larger size, so they fit. These are mediums. I got a large, so they fit over your pants. So you don't want to get the same size that you are, because they might be too tight to put over your pants, and it just restricts your maneuverability. So just get the size up. Must have, definite must have. Only weigh 150 grams. That's like 150 mils. That's like, what's that? No, less than half a can of Coke. So top, a slingshot. I don't know. Dumb. Oh, what was that? I'll get that later. Snake bite kit. Never used it, but you never know. We did do it not in summer. It was during spring.
Can't do it in summer.
Oh, you can't do it in summer anyway. But if you do go to just bring it. You never know. Like, they could come out and old mate Snakey could come and bite you. Compress it. And if you do get bit, quick, just compress it. Call 000 if you can, or send a GPS message. And if the guy obviously gets hit on his leg, bandage it up. Try to get a photo of the snake and compress it up all the way up to, usually your lymph nodes are there and there. So if he gets bitten on the hand, try to go all the way up to your armpit or whatever, and check out on Google how to do it as well. I'm not an expert. That was just, it has all the information on the snake bite kit. Okay, so it's basically top, bottom. Oh, and the rain, my rain cover for my bag. It's an Osprey, covers the whole bag. Must have, you need it. Clothesline, really good, especially when you go to camp and you just want to, you get there early. You can dry out a few things, even your tent sometimes, your rain fly or whatever in the morning. Really handy, really handy. I didn't think I'd need it, but it actually came into use. A pen, and that's basically the top. Main compartment. I always had my rain jacket on the top, just in case it started raining, obviously. So this one is a Zeta AR Aterix Sangria color in large. These are really expensive. They're like, this was $700, but it was on sale at Trek and Travel on Kent Street for $470. And they only had this size left, so it was a bit of a fluke. But man, this thing was easily up there with one of the best things I brought to the trail, or I had bought. So really light. I think it's like 420 grams. Goes on really quickly. The zips are great. Put that on. Bingo, bango, bongo. And these are awesome too, because when you have your pack on like that and you clip this bad boy in, you can still access, see, you can still access these. How good's that? Like, usually some jackets have the pockets here, and mate, they're just useless. Like, yeah, not really that good. So highly recommended. They're a slim fit, so I knew I'd lose some kilos on the trail, so I did get a slim version, and now it's a little bit big. I think I lost 9 kilos, so I'm not much of a boomber anymore. And also had the little secret agent pocket in here. You can put your, I don't know, I usually put my sunnies in there sometimes. I used to put my gloves, but whatever. I basically just I usually put my glove, left glove, right glove in there. And then I also, for ventilation, it's got the ventilation holes underneath in the armpits. So, you know, if you get a bit pongos, you can just open those vents, get some ventilation, and help your mate out. Poopy shovel, you know, when you're going hiking, always need one of these. It got a bit melted because I was dousing a fire with, or extinguishing a fire by just putting the dirt over the top, but the ashes are still a little bit hot. But anyway, that's another story. But yeah, poopy shovel, always need one of those for you know what. Yeah, but it's plastic. But I'd rather get a metal one, don't get plastic. Okay, JETBOIL. This is a JETBOIL zip, easy peasy. So where's we haven't got any fuel in here because we ran out, but basically super duper easy peasy. So you just have your fuel canister goes on there, screw that onto there, and then this goes onto there, like that, and then you got your top, like that, and then the one little fuel canister they'll fit in there will last about 20 boils. Then you got the 230 ml canister, which lasts almost 40 to 50 boils. I equate it to about 5 mils of gas per boil, so you can do the math. So that was a dead set legend of the trail. Like I basically cooked rice in here, used it for tea, used it for dehydrated meals. Really good. It didn't have the self-igniter like the newer model, which didn't really bother me that much. And also you can't get your fuel canisters posted, so bring as many as you can. I know it's a bit of a bummer, but bring as many as you can, or if you know that there are some in town, try and either get them to put them away for you, and because you can't get them posted because it's a dangerous item. And we almost fell into that trap where we got stuck and we had to really had to watch what we were boiling and really restrict how many times we're boiling water and just try to use the fire a bit more. But then we got lucky. We got into some towns and they had the canisters of gas, which was a lifesaver really. And then sometimes you might go into a campsite and people have left canisters there because there was just surplus to their needs, and they were like, oh, they just donate them. So you could get lucky. But always bring extra gas because you cannot post it. And also, this was a fly net. So basically, I never wore a hat. I wore a buff, which just put over my head, and it just covered my ears, covered my forehead. I always wore zinc for sun protection. And then I look like a bit of an idiot, but we got to sometimes and basically put it over my head like this, zipped and spread it up, and then the flies never bothered me. But you don't have to do that. Like, wear a hat with a wide brim if you get into those nasty places with heaps of flies. But luckily I only have to use that for one day. Super small, really good. In the main compartment, I always packed my clothes in a compression bag first, tent, and then my inflatable mattress, a sleeping bag, and then my rain jacket over the top. That was basically what the whole configuration every day. So I knew where everything was. This was Cedar Summit compression bag, and inside, so basically clothes, you don't really need that many clothes, because you're gonna wear the same thing. I had two of these, only wore one. T-shirts, I had two of those. I pretty much, I had two shirts. I had a long sleeve, short sleeve thermal, 4 underpants, 1 pair of socks, 1 pair of backup socks for bedtime. So in here I had, these are the Akeso Socks that lasted 53 days, 1200 Ks. Mate, if you have to get socks for hiking, can't go past those. Best socks. Long johns, thermal, they were just on eBay. What else did I have in here? Shorts, these are just Billabong boardies, in case you get to a waterhole, want to have a swim, go to a hotel, you got some boardies. Underpants, so they are quick dry Kathmandu's. Sherpa gloves, I got these replaced because they fell apart, but they always have a pair of gloves, because I don't know about you, but my fingertips get really, really cold in the morning, especially on really cold nights as well. Like, my fingertips, it felt like there were clothes pegs on the end of them. It was just unbearable, and having gloves really helped me out. So always have gloves. More undies, there you go, Kathmandu, quick dry, blah de blah. Anyway, they're like $20 or something on sale. Kathmandu, these are, what are these? Oh, I don't know what they are. But merino wool spun Kathmandu. They were amazing. Like, they really wick your sweat, so you don't have like a cotton shirt. If you wear cotton, it stays wet and it takes forever to dry. With these,
just really suck in all that sweat and then just dry it out super fast. So must have. It also, they don't smell as much as cotton do, and a bit warmer too. So they're a bit more expensive, but you get what you pay for, man. So don't be a tight ass, all right? More underpants. I had 4 pairs, and then that was it. This is a small compression bag, just an extra small, but I just had, you know, obviously larger clothes, a bit bigger, and basically chuck all your things in, blah de blah, and then, you know, and what I usually do, sometimes you just squeeze all the air out first, and then roll it up, clip it up. Yeah, but yeah, really good dry bag, whatever. Camelback. So I had the OSA brand, exceptional products, whatever. I got this from ADVENTURECO. It's a 2 litre one. So if you take it out, you got it here. So that's how you fill it up. So you got the slide to see. Also, whenever you take it out, you fill her up. Sometimes we got into town, we filled it up with Coke or Solo. We were a bit stupid, but it wasn't that bad actually, hey. Keeps you going, but you do get thirsty, sort of defeats the purpose of having hydration. But yeah, I don't fill it all the way. You don't have to. Like, it's okay, it's 2 litres, but it does take up a lot of space in your bag. So I would only fill it up, say half, so to a litre, and then put it back in. You know, you fill it up. The only thing was, like, it's a bit annoying to fill up sometimes. So by the end of the trek, I hardly used it. Hey, I always just used my water canteen, just because it was more convenient, more accessible. Even though actually I'm wrong, it wasn't more accessible because you've got this thing here, right here. But I just found that I just didn't end up using it. Hey, like, I don't know, it's just me, because I just liked having the water out of that. Plus it was colder as well. But it's still there. It's still great, especially if you got days where you know there's not going to be much water. Fill her up, because there's nothing worse than being thirsty on the trail. All right. Also, right on the top bar, I had a microfiber towel when you go have a shower, whatever. That's a Cedar Summit. Garbage bags. So when you're after a meal, all your rubbish, put it into a garbage bag and then take it with you. Don't be an idiot and burn it in the fire or try and hide it under a rock. Not cool, man. Just take it with you, you know, and just dump it at a bin when you get to town. Okay, so that was the main compartment. My tent is a MSR HUBBA NX 2-man. I got the footprint as well. I haven't got the rainfly on at the moment, but it's a olive green rainfly. I found it was just, I don't know, I just like the color better than the white. It sort of blended in nicely. It was more, I don't know, I just liked it better. That's personal preference, but there it is there. That's the air mattress, which is a ultralight insulated Cedar Summit. I did have the EtherLite XT initially, but I don't know, like, I'm not knocking Cedar Summit, but we did get a bad batch, and we found that there was some perforations on the top of the air mattress, which caused the air to come out of it after, I think it was like after about the 30-day mark. It just started to deflate. So we got it replaced with the ultralight, and actually I haven't used it yet, but it was much faster to inflate than the EtherLite. And also with the bag you get to save your breath, which is a really good invention. So basically you just connect your sleeping bag to that, click it in, and then you open this up, and then you use the breeze, and it blows up that, like that, and then you just push that air into your air mattress, even to your air pillow. It just saves your breath. You don't get that dizzy feeling. Really good invention. Well done, Cedar Summit. So yeah, and always bring an air mattress. It's a bit tough, like sleeping just on the ground. You'll have a sore back in the morning, so always get an air mattress. And also the temperature difference. I think they have R values. That's like a 3.5 3.5 or 3.2. So the higher the R value, the more warmth you'll get out of your air mattress. I didn't know that. I was a bit of a noob, so I just walked in. I go, oh yeah, that one looks good. And Justin's like, oh, what about the R value? I'm like, la-di-da, I don't care, man. I just want that one. He's like, oh, no. And I ended up getting a really good one anyway. So thanks, Justin. So sleeping bag. Do you want to have a look at inside? Okay, so basically this is the sleeping. So this is the tent. Really good tent. Really lasted. Good in the wind. Light. I think it was less than 2 kilos. Strong. You got the footprint here, which initially I didn't have, but actually makes a huge difference. Just you have that extra layer of nylon, which really shields you from the wet and the just the ground underneath. Like it's just a more solid base, and you don't really want to have anything puncturing your air mattress. They got little grommets here, so when you do your tent up, so all you do is you just get these bad boys, and they just go straight into the grommet like that. Easy to set up, easy to pack down, and then the rainfly just goes straight over the top and clicks into those grommets again. Really good. I ended up getting some extra pegs because I found that when you put the ground sheet on, it's hard to leave it on the ground and then put your mat and put your tent over the top and use the same peg. So I just got 4 extra pegs from the camper shop. Bang, bang. Just got my ground sheet on, and then I put my tent over the top, then put my normal pegs. So I did have a few more pegs, but it was worth it, man. It was absolutely worth it. So just get a few more pegs. Even if you lose them like me, or like I'm like walking around going, oh, I had 10 pegs today. How come I only have 8? I don't know where they went. Anyway, so inside, really nice and roomy, hey. So I got my air pillow, which is a AEROS ultralight large. Really good. Super easy to blow up. Really comfortable. SPORK 3 Cedar Summit sleeping bag. Really warm. Super comfy. It goes down to -4. Really well worth it. It was a bit expensive. It was like $400, but man, you don't want to be cold. You don't want to be cold, and you're like, let's spend some money so I'm not cold and have a half decent night's sleep. And there's the air mattress. That seems all right, eh? There you go. Inside, super roomy. You can chuck everything inside, and I found so to have more protection when it was really raining, with all my stuff packed in my bag, I just put my bag in with me, so that way it's protected from the rain, and I still got enough room to sleep. So really well done. Good tent. Strong. I can't really fault it. It was just a really good tent. It was about $600, but what do? You got to get it. You got to get a good tent. You're not going to go to old mate at the garage sale and say, I'll give you $50 for that tent that's from 1980s, and then take it on the trail and it falls apart. So you really want to spend money on a good tent. So that's the tent, and what's left? I think that's it, really. That's all my gear. I brought sunnies. Always bring sunnies. A bandana just to protect your neck. Also, when you're having when you're cooking, it's good to get stuff off the fire when something's hot. Just take your bandana out, get your cup off the fire. Oh, one last thing, what we ate. So, also accessible. I had a pack on the side, a pocket on the side of my bag. So hand sanitizer, must have. You don't want to get sick. Some AeroGuard and paw ointment for you get nasty bites, stingos, and oh, what's happened here? And some betadine. And then what we ate. Oh, there's the maps. Oh, there's my down jacket. So my down jacket was a Marmot something or other, 700 down. Really warm, really light, packed down well, used every day, well, not every, most days. Can't fault it. Really good jacket, Marmot, well done. And then to eat, So special fried rice by Uncle Ben's. So these are amazing. You only have to add 30 mils of hot water, which is a shot glass. Just chuck it in, stir it up. I usually put it into the jet boil. I cooked 30 mils of water in the jet boil, chucked that into the jet boil, and then kept the jet boil running and stir it up so it's nice and hot. And then ate either out of the jet boil or put it onto a nice wrap with some tuna, and mate, you're going for days. Really good. Uncle Ben's. Muesli bars. So I get my muesli bar out. Muesli bars, oats, always have those. More muesli bars. Duct tape. Okay, backcountry cuisine. You either love this or hate this. At first I loved it. I was like, oh, this is amazing. I'm so bloody hungry. And then after like, I don't know how many weeks of having it, I was like, oh no, I don't want another one. Nothing against them. Like they're great. They're really nourishing, really well done. The best ones would have to be the roast chicken and roast lamb roast chicken, roast lamb, and I think the Mexican whatever it was with the nachos. That was really nice. The worst ones would have to be cooked breakfast. You're better off going to Macca's, getting a McMuffin meal, putting it in your blender, and then stuffing it into a plastic bag, because it wasn't really that nice. Like it was nice at first because I was hungry, but man, But the Thai chicken curry was good. The beef curry was good. The spaghetti bolognese was good. But yeah, I wouldn't get this cooked breakfast. The apple pie, the apple crumble, apricot crumble, it was very sugary. I think the best breakfast was a yogurt and muesli. You can have that cold as well, which was great. We also had another brand called Outdoor Gourmet. It comes in a black package, and that was good. I had the coq au vin, and that was really nice. Bit fancy, a bit more expensive, but it was bloody awesome, eh? It was really good. And I think there's another brand on the market called Go Native, which you don't have to add water, just heat it up. And they actually, I had a look at it. I didn't eat it yet. Haven't eaten it yet, but it looks really good. So check that out. But yeah, definite. If you're gonna go hiking, always bring dehydrated meals. We brought the 2-serve for one of us. So for dinner we had a 2-serve each. Just because we're blokes, bit hungry. A 1-serve didn't really hit the pocket. So a 2-serve, much better. You feel sated at the end of it. You're like, oh yeah, I'm done. Even like sometimes there was leftover. It was just really a lot of food. So yeah, it's up to you. If you don't eat that much, get the 1-serve. But yeah, big boys, get the 2-serve, and there you go. And last but not least, sort of in my pockets. So my pockets, always I had my map in my left pocket, my phone in my right pocket, which led up to my earphones. I had earphones on the trail. I had Sony MEX something or others that basically had a little arc that went around your neck, and you just put them in, take them out, and they were great. Like you listen to Spotify and stuff on the trail. It's a bit of a luxury, but mate, you try doing 53 days listening to nothing. So it helped immensely. So phone, right cargo pocket, I had my texter, zinc, chapstick, and then I usually had my fork in here. I had a Cedar Summit little fork. And then in my left pocket I had, oh, did I break that? Left pocket I had my headlight and some tea and the BEFREE I had in the left pocket. And then yeah, the headlight I've got a BIOLITE, back it on, USB rechargeable. It's got a spotlight, a floodlight. You can do both lights. Really good light. I did have initially the Black Diamond IOTA, which was awesome. USB rechargeable, but it wasn't very strong. It was good for like, you know, walking in the trails, like in a close environment. But if you want to look at something really far away, Justin had the LED lenser, which he could focus his light and get a much greater length on his beam. MH4, I think it had, but his light was really good for long distance. And this was good for in between. Battery was good. It's got a red light, so you don't lose your night vision. And yeah, all around good light. So that's it. I think that's it. If you have any questions, just write them in that comment box down there or whatever. And yeah, that's it. Good hiking, everyone, and I hope you enjoyed my review. Peace.